take a look at this for a second. So for one, doing pretty well, not just today, but also on the week. Um, shout out to Mike Cornwell, I guess even myself, a few other people that got into Realio at 8 cents. Some of you guys got in at like 4 cents or whatever the case be. Papa X Mex, right? Not to be confused with Quant Papa, introduced this to us, right? So a lot of us got into it. They only have 55 million tokens, so there's like some scarcity there, which is insane, right? But basically speaking, here is that 30-day chart, and what a beautiful move up it's been for Realio, right? Absolutely nice. And here's some other stats. 24-hour chart, 17.6%. 7-day chart, 42.8%. 14-day chart, 86.5%. And look at the 30-day chart, 229 or 230% up. And even on the year, 2,841%. One of the best picks you guys have gotten from old Max here. And shout out, of course, to Papa X Max, because I think he just recently found out about the channel, which is cool. So what has happened in recent news for Realio? Great question. Let's take you to a post, and there's not a lot, but something that really stood out lately for Realio is what's posted here. And I want to thank this guy who is Ja, or this lady, Ja. And, she posts this whole thing of Realio Fund, investment portal for real world assets. Quant, for instance, we're always talking about the tokenization of real world assets. DeFi mortgage market, RWA, Realio Verse, AR, and even VR, right? So say what you want. Those are three big things. Realio provides an SEC compliance enabled technology to maximize liquidity through peer-to-peer transactions within a network of whitelisted investors and liquidity pools. Realio provides a full service transfer agent service via their affiliated Digital Transfer Services, LLC. And that's also an SEC registered transfer agent. Look at this. Shout out to Cool Cat Crypto. Some of the other guys are like gung-ho on Cosmos, aka Adam, right? And of course, Investor Place and premium service I'm subscribed to annually. They're always feeling very, very strong and bullish on Cosmos. Were you aware when it comes to Realio, also built on a layer 1 blockchain on Cosmos, SDK, IBC, Realio Fund, Realio Network, Metaverse, all this stuff, all worth pointing out. Now take a look at this. All right, we're going to talk about some of these phases for a second. So I'm going to blow this up just a tad bit more. I know I'm not in the frame, but again, that's okay. Or I'm not going to be here in a second. I'm going to blow this up so you can see it real good. You have this whole thing of these phased approaches, okay? And yeah, let's talk about this for a second. So phase 1, project setup, onboarding, and tokenization. Been there, done that. But in regards to that, start off with like 50 to 100K. Timing was about 3 to 4 months. And again, you got to keep in mind how the market cap of this has really done well. I mean, I think with Pop X Mex got in at roughly 2 or 4 cents. Myself, Mike, and so on around 8 cents. I mean, we're more than ecstatic. Phase 2, transfer agent services, ongoing support for projects in digital token via a web portal. 1K to 5K per month. Timing, life of project. And this is based on the number of token holders. Also part of phase 2, asset manager service through Realio Management LLC, 1 to 2% of issued tokens paid to Realio. Timing, life of the project. Look at this phase 3. Full white labeled platform, including custom domain and branding. That's to be determined based on scope. But there's more about this for a second. Phase 2, transfer agent support, acting as a full service tech and tokenization partner. They will, as in Realio, provide ongoing tech support for projects and token holders. Provide a full service transfer agent service via our affiliate Digital Transfer Service LLC, and SEC registered transfer agent, kind of like a little bit of a reiteration. This is actually from their website. It's just a highlight. I know it's a little bit blurry, but I'm just glad that we can get into the highlights instead of bringing it to the whole site. I don't want to bore you with everything. They do, of course, stand out in regards to a investment fund portal. Again, guys, think about it, man. The tokenization of real world assets is Realio. And it's basically just like it says, peer-to-peer means compliance. Investment portal built with the intent of blockchain in mind, removing middlemen. How many times have we seen that statement? While there will always be a level of centralization with digital securities and compliance, their platform for Realio performs and maximizes a user's ability to manage assets peer-to-peer, providing asset issuers with compliance, control, flexibility on-chain. They offer a multi-chain, real-time token issuance portal with a fully automated compliance process that allows you to invest directly with cash or any supported cryptocurrency in the Realio wallet. So, earlier we're talking about the whole thing of, the bridges of TradeFi to DeFi. This is yet another perfect example of how that's done. Boom, Realio, right? Take you to this next part. I'll come out of the frame on this one too. Look at this breakdown, because some of you guys love visuals, right? So you have the Realio fund. I'm not going to get so much into that, but I like this part about the wallet. The Realio wallet is a robust multi-chain wallet infrastructure that simplifies peer-to-peer transactions across multiple networks. A hybrid solution where users control their keys while the Realio infrastructure or infra manager, same thing, manages transactions. A multi-app for the wallet will be released in the future, and watch out when it is. That itself will cause Realio, who knows, maybe go to the moon, I don't know. But man, it really has, to a sense. I mean, for a lot of us, we were like 4 or 5x compared to our original position. That is, hey, even in the whole thing of crypto winter, that's big. Can you imagine how big Realio will be at the height of a bull market? All right, I'm gonna go further down. You have this part here. Let me jump over to it. Yeah, look at this. Web3, the Realioverse. Realioverse is the base layer for a real-world theme immersive experience, unifying and interconnecting physical and virtual realities. You know how we talk about, for instance, digital twins? Do you guys know about the whole concept of digital twins? You could do, like, for instance, cities that are like a perfect copy of like a physical city, Well, what about one that's actually in a metaverse, right? A Realioverse. So taking physical locations and then putting them into the metaverse for people can see a representation of that. And like it says, bring that over to Web3. You're going to have NFTs. I would imagine some of these NFTs would actually be utility-based NFTs. Can you imagine like a digital deed in the form of NFT of something that's represented on chain through the Realioverse? Think about it, right? Don't overthink about it, right? The land rush / land bank, build layer, the open source city. You have an app layer. Yeah, no kidding, right? With, for instance, what we saw earlier. Let's jump back to this. There's how it would look like on the phone. And then on top of that, DeFi-based lending / mortgages. Like, shout out to Will Fix. He already talked about some of that with, Lofty Marketplace. So we're not oblivious to this at all. And yeah, all there. SEC compliant, all that good stuff. And even this, right? This guy's like to $1. Look at this. Look at this nice little rise that we have had here. So that's cool stuff. And I'll share just a tad bit more in regards to this. All right, this is 7 hours ago. Look at this for a second, and then we'll wrap up the Realio coverage. It says Rio plus BlackRock equals real world assets. Do you agree? And this was something that was trending. And let's go this. How long ago was it? November 22nd, earlier today. Look at this. Imagine waking up and seeing this. Transfer Rio, BlackRock right underneath that, and circles what? Real world assets. If BlackRock, actually, if they are the world's largest asset custodian, you don't think they recognize something like Realio? I think they do. How so? We already know. We already did a deep dive a long time ago in regards to Rio, aka Realio, tied into the whole thing of Wall Street. SEC will never go after Realio. Why is that? Because there's too many people tied in from the Wall Street bigwigs already involved in this. So it is what it is. Look more into it if you choose to do so. And if you hold Realio, what do you think? Where do you think this is going to go? You think it's really going to go to like, $1 maybe at the beginning of next year, maybe 2 or 3 quarters into it? I don't know, but we already have a lot of momentum right now sitting at what, guys? 65 cents. So, man, shout out to everybody who got into Realio.